I lead the engineering management program here at the University of Colorado Boulder. What we do here in engineering management is we teach finance and accounting, leadership, communication, negotiation, project management, systems engineering. And those are all excellent skills that round out an engineering student's education.
EMEN 5005 is a core introduction to our program. All of our graduate students wind up going through this course, and it really sets the foundation for the remainder of the program. 5005, a very important class, but also it has been really challenging for us. The student body is very diverse. We have graduate students and undergraduate students. We have people with work experience and those with no work experience, and they all have different needs. 5005 is also a complex teaching environment. We have on-campus students and we have distance students.
When the class originally was designed, it was designed through traditional delivery method, which was the use of lecture. We had a large deck of PowerPoint slides with lots and lots of information on it that basically cued the student to tune out.
Now, we've been involved with technological education, with the courses all being live streaming, and also all classes that I teach are recorded, and therefore they are available to students to watch the recorded videos. But still, a recorded lecture is still a lecture, and a lecture is perhaps not the best thing to do. So we decided that we would consider flipping the classroom. To do this, we engaged the services of the academic technology design team and was assigned two wonderful assistants to help us in the form of Victoria and Courtney.
When we engaged with OIT, the very first thing they did was listen to us and what we thought the problems were, but then they did an assessment too. They actually went through all the FCQs. They sent out surveys to students from the past 4 semesters, and we really got a chance to understand what the different needs were. But the job of flipping the classroom was so large that we really needed someone to come in and program manage it, project manage it from end to end. So in addition to the pedagogical expertise and the technological expertise, the thing as the faculty director that I value so much is that they actually owned it as project managers.
It was a long process throughout the entire summer. Both Professor Littlejohn and Professor Bailey were hard at work, along with Victoria and Courtney, to make this happen. It was not an easy task. Flipping does not make teaching the class any easier. The point is, though, that the students retain a lot more, and it gives them a chance to expand into areas that there might not have been time for using regular teaching methodologies.
So we flipped the classroom so that a lot of the responsibility was on the student to intake the material, and that included doing some reading and looking through slides. We also include several activities, including a preparatory quiz to hold them accountable for the reading, then practice activities to be done in class, which eventually changed to clicker questions associated with the practice activities. And then when we did have to talk about certain topics based on the results of the preparatory quiz, we invited them to participate in social learning through doing group notes.
In my previous math classes, the structure is always set up so that you go to the lecture, he lectures on what's in the book, then when it comes time to do the homework, you forget everything in the lecture, you go straight to the book and you just learn from the book and then do the homework. One thing I liked about the way this class was set up was that I was able to do all the book work and all my real learning ahead of time, and then any confusion I had was taken care of in class by Dr. Littlejohn.
I studied statistics many times at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem and at Stanford, but I've never understood statistics as much as I do now, thanks to Dr. Ray's teaching methods and emphasis on hands-on learning.
So the way that the class is administered has greatly changed. Now we're actually teaching to the students' greatest weaknesses. And I think that's very advantageous. It helps them to learn more And I'm really actually pleased about that. Going into it, I said, I have my doubts, but I will give it an honest, full effort, and I'm glad I did.
And so we just got the FCQs back from this past semester, and the medians for course overall and for instructor overall is 5 out of 6, which is spectacular.
We're presenting a course now that not only has the knowledge that we intended for the student to walk away with, but also an opportunity to explore how that knowledge applies to either their current position or wherever they're going after they leave us. And that, I think, is a huge step forward for us.